There's a company most people have never heard of. It does not make flashy products. It does not sell software. It doesn't even advertise itself. I've actually never seen an ad for this company, but behind the scenes, the company actually quietly controls a critical piece of the global internet. As a matter of fact, most of the huge companies that you can think of, like tech companies, would be unable to function without it. We're talking about a company that's the digital equivalent of the landlord for the internet. Actually, companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they actually rely on this company. Now, most people are unaware unless you work in the industry or you're a hobbyist or something, but every single time that you use the internet, right? You're streaming a video, you're sending a message, you're making a stock trade, you're doing whatever, watching a YouTube video. Something physical has to make that data move. Something physical has to retrieve the data and then provide it to you, the user, to actually utilize the data, or for you, the user, to send data, right? Something has to do that. It doesn't just live in the clouds. And that something actually lives in buildings. Now, those buildings, know them as data centers as well. They require massive power, extreme cooling, constant uptime. Nobody wants to go to YouTube or Google and have it be down. And it also requires, of course, global connectivity. We want to be able to access videos or send messages across the world, which is what we normally are accustomed to throughout the internet now. And most companies, they don't actually want to build that infrastructure themselves or manage it themselves because it's very expensive. So instead, they rent it. So that's where this company actually comes in. They own and operate hundreds of data centers. Over 30 countries have data centers from this company. They actually have data centers, from what I noticed on their website, in pretty much every single continent. So the Americas, they have data centers in Africa, the Middle East, in Europe, as well as Asia. They have so many data centers. Now, they place them, of course, strategically in financial hubs, what they call internet exchange points, which sounds like just major global cities, but they're not just data centers. They're essentially meeting points where the world's data physically connects. So those huge companies that we talked about, they physically connect the data in the data centers that this company rents out to them. And that's what makes them so special. The more companies that connect in one place, the more valuable that location becomes. And to really understand why this company is so powerful, you need to understand one word: co-location. Now, co-location, it really just means instead of building your own data center, you rent space inside someone else's, which provides power, cooling, security, like physical security, and connections, right? Connectivity. However, this company also rents out the service space to other companies as well. So they provide direct physical access to thousands of other companies all inside the same building. It's like a party and everyone is there. And this is actually really cool, but this is why companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta, Oracle, major banks out there, financial hubs, etc., they all use this company because it provides the ability for your own servers to pull information from other servers directly in the same building. Instead of having to go to the internet and pulling the data, it's right there. You can just pull it. You're connected to everything. It's like a hub. You're in a hub and you can pull the information from all of the other servers, so it gives you a lot of value. It saves you money. And this company does not grow like a hype stock. It actually grows steadily, predictably. It has long-term contracts, and this is actually why it's structured as a REIT, or REIT, a REIT. It essentially returns cash to shareholders while expanding its footprints globally. Now, it certainly has expanded globally since the company's founding. And, of course, as AI, cloud computing, and data demand continue to increase, the need for reliable companies like this one and interconnected data centers only increases. Now, this company's name is Equinix, and you've probably never heard of them. They're not trending anywhere. They're not making huge AI chips or these amazing large language models. They're pretty much just sitting, waiting, and collecting rent on some of the most powerful companies in the world. They collect rent on the digital economy, basically, and they are essentially just getting paid to house these servers. That's a pretty smart move. Now, one thing's clear: whether you knew it or not, the internet would not be the same without them. We definitely need this company. Now, that's of course something people never think about. And there's actually a lot of other companies out there that are just sort of on the back end that people never never hear about, and we pretty much utilize them every single day, or our data passes through them every single day. This is actually a public company. They're actually a REIT. They converted to a REIT, or a real estate investment trust, back in 2015. They actually currently trade under NASDAQ under the ticker symbol EQIX. If you want to go ahead and look them up, look at their performance, and if you want, I can also make another video as to how REITs work, because they're not like regular stocks. They're actually a little bit different, but still super, super interesting. Now, one thing is clear, the internet would not be the same without Equinix. If you're still here, I appreciate it. Please leave a like, leave a comment, or subscribe if you would like to. I'll be making more videos like this one, maybe more in depth potentially, and I'll also probably be explaining how some of those REITs work, or some of those other weird stock things work. But my name is Brian, and I will see you all in the next video.